living in a promised land, but with fear and hiding. Living in a land of plenty, but living with just fear. How do we do that? Why? I'm Andy Ross, pastor of Northminster Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona. Not long ago, our church suffered tragic loss from a shooting at a Safeway in our town, not far from our church. We were personally affected by that great tragedy. You, I'm sure, know how in these recent days, horrific violence has been breaking out in this world. 20 killed in Cairo from a bomb. El Paso, Texas, people senselessly murdered. Dayton, Ohio. Gilroy. The shooter in Dayton, Ohio, was from my little town, my high school. And when I think of the lives lost, it causes us to weep. How do we live? We're in a land of promise and blessings. Do we just live with fear or just with outrage? There's a marvelous story in the book of Judges in the Old Testament, chapter 6. The Israelites were in the promised land, but they were hiding out in caves and grottos because the Midianite bullies were destroying crops, destroying animals, and killing people on senseless raids. The people of God just lived in fear. But God spoke to this young guy named Gideon, who was down in the wine press threshing grain. That makes about as much sense as shaking a dirty rug in your basement. He was obviously down in the pit of a wine press so that he wouldn't be seen publicly. He was hiding out. God spoke to Gideon and said, I will lead your people. I will lead you in a way of peace. And God's angel did a marvelous miracle. It woke Gideon up out of his fear. And Gideon built a worship space, an altar, and called that altar the Lord is Peace. It's a name of God, Yahweh Shalom. Shalom is a word that means deep, whole peace, not just the absence of conflict. It means healthy relationships. It means joy, a sense of well-being because you're living in harmony with God and God's leading, guiding. Friends, in light of these horrific tragedies, there's multiple layers of what we need to do as people to make life better. And it does start with our spiritual life with God. It does involve the words we speak. The solution is found in prayers. The solution is also found in family responsibilities. Improved solutions can be found with our laws and smart laws that provide safety. Solutions can also be found as we confront racism for what it is, and how we and our communities are working together to bring hope and help for the mentally ill, those on our streets. This is just a starter list, but the answer is found in all of these levels, but it begins with your spiritual identity as you relate to one another. God told Gideon to take courage and to be a hero and to begin making changes. And God told Gideon, I will be with you. I believe God is saying that to you and me on this Wednesday. I am with you. The Lord is peace. I want to encourage you today and this week and with all the days God gives you. Friends, the Lord is with you. Be an active agent of God's peace with those who live with you in your community. And I will see you in church.